Okay. All right, on today's date at approximately 9:07 a.m., Chatham County Police Department responded to Johnny Mercer Boulevard and Whitemarsh Island Drive in reference to shots fired. At the same time, a citizen came into the Islands precinct there on Johnny Mercer and advised that there was a subject immediately outside on Johnny Mercer who had fired some shots. Uniformed officers responded along with members of our Criminal Investigations Division, which is housed at the Islands precinct. They confronted a male subject in the middle of the road holding a firearm. Fortunately, he complied with their commands. He dropped the firearm, and they were able to handcuff him and take him into custody without any injury to him and or the officers. I think this is an event that highlights the immediate dangers that confronts officers every day in America. They responded and made an arrest within 180 seconds. That's how rapidly these things can evolve and how quickly these things come about for today's law enforcement officers. So very fortunate that nobody was injured, particularly the individual that was arrested or any Chatham County police officers. The case remains under investigation. The male subject was transported for medical evaluation and later will be transported to the Chatham County Detention Center for various charges. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have relative to the event.
Chief's the current status?
Yeah, he more than likely be charged with aggravated assault and discharging a firearm. We don't believe he has any criminal history at this time, although we're still looking into his background. He doesn't have any local history. We believe either he was suffering from a mental health crisis or some substance abuse crisis at the time. He was only wearing shorts. He didn't have shoes or a shirt on, and was talking incoherently when the officers, after they subdued him. So we're, obviously concerned relative to his mental state, and we'll continue to learn more about that as time goes on. Yes. Yes, thank you for the question. Yeah, there's no any further danger at this time. It didn't appear he really got very close to the high school. He was at the intersection, but did not even make his way towards there. So we do not believe that any children or staff were in danger. We had immediate contact with the BOE. In fact, their police department showed up on scene and assisted us in the investigation, as well as the Chatham County Sheriff's Office. So we thank them for their support during this investigation. Yeah, he does not appear in any of our local databases relative to any criminal history. One thing of note, too, we also went and, based on his vehicle registration, searched his current residence just to make sure there weren't any victims there based on, what we had encountered. It appears that he lives alone. There wasn't any further victims there. And like I said, we're continuing to investigate it to figure out what kind of prompted this event today. Yeah, absolutely. So, as you know, if in the geographic location, the Islands precinct is right there at Whitemarsh Island Road and Johnny Mercer. Again, we had some uniformed officers present, but one thing of note is we had our detectives respond. Now, these detectives generally are not wearing body armor. They're in suit and tie or detective attire, and they immediately responded, with no concern for their immediate danger. Of course, they were armed, and they were able to give the gentleman commands in which he complied, and they were able to take him into custody. That could have there's a lot of what ifs in that situation. What if he raised the firearm? What if he started firing at the officers or anyone in the area, and then we would have had a lot different outcome. So we're fortunate enough that he complied with the officers' commands, even in the midst of, it appears, some type of crisis, whether it be substance abuse or mental health crisis, and no one got injured. And that's the outcomes that we hope for every day here in this country.